Welcome back to another video on ASA Official PVE. In this video we're gonna go into the Labyrinth on Ragnarok to get the artifacts Clever, Massive and Devious. This is what the entrance looks like, and I'll share the coords once we stand at the actual entrance. I'm taking in a pyromane, veilwing and dodo. The dodo is for a sacrificial purpose to open up a door. The pyromane is needed for the strategy that I use. I'm also bringing in 2 prim flex sets, med brews, a melee weapon and a dermis tool for the bosses, and of course food and water. The exact coords of the entrance are 51 by 77. Let's get started. In the first room you have to spell out the words Drakkar. You're entering on floor 1 and there's a floor lower. You gotta start at the lowest floor and click the button of the letter D. Then you go back to floor 1 and click the button R. You gotta do these floors one by one. So for the letter A, you go to the bottom floor. For the first K, you gotta go to floor 1. For the second letter K, you gotta go back to the bottom. And then again, for letter A, you gotta go back to floor 1. And for the last letter, letter R, you have to press a secret button for a door to open. And behind this door, you can find the letter R. We run back up top and we will see the boat door opening up. And we gotta jump down. Depending on how long it takes you to fill in the password, I recommend filling your canteen in this water. From the water you follow the path with the fires on the sides until you see a door opening up. Once you reach this door, I recommend staying prone. People have been telling me you can stay crouched, but I've seen people getting burned crouched and I died myself too staying crouched. Hence why I'm prone in this room. There's 4 buttons in this room, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. You gotta press the left button closest to the door first. Then you gotta press the second left button. We prone all the way to the other side to hit the third button closest to the door that we came from. And then we press button 4, that's next to the statue. Reason we are prone, this statue breathes fire and you will burn to ashes if you get hit. And we take the right hand side door opening up. Once you pass the door, you can stand up again. At the end of the hallway, we press a button to open the door and now we reach a jumping puzzle. But don't worry, if you fall down in here, there's only a couple piranhas and there's stairs on the other side to get out. But in the second part, there is Kapros. That is a little bit scarier. Now I'm terrible at jumping puzzles, I like to do it in TPP, let's see if we can make it. And we are making it. Then we reach the part with the Kapros. It might be handy to bring a ranged weapon to kill the Kapros before you grab the loot crate at the end. But since I play on official, I tend to take in the bare minimum in case I die. There's also spikes shooting out of the ground. Time this right to not get any damage or use your med brews. At the loot crate, I get grabbed by the Kapros. And I didn't know my spare flag was in my pyro. So I struggled a little bit to grab my fresh gear, but we made it through. I'm also picking up every loot crate in this cave so y'all can see what we can get. And of course, because I'm a loot goblin. But as you see, they push you off, they grab you. And this is where I struggled to grab my gear, because it was in my pyro. I was like, oh no, my gear! But I grabbed it quick, equipped it to get less damage, killed the last Kapros, I jump out with the pyro, and I make sure I heal up in that bruise. And once you made it across, we gotta press the buttons to open the next door. One on the left and one on the right. Now in the next room is also a fire-breathing statue. When you're riding your pyromane, you will be safe from this. The stairs are also safe in this part to stand on. But there will be some cave enemies in the back, so I use the pyromane. Now, as we all know, Official can be super buggy and the statues don't always show their fire. Just like in room 1, so be careful. After I kill the enemies, I grab the loot crate and we press another 2 buttons to open up the next door. Now the next room has 4 buttons, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. I've run this cave multiple times and every time another combination works. So I have no clue how to do this room other than just trying different combinations till the doors open. I'm speeding it up a little because this time I was stuck in this room for a little while, since I couldn't figure out the specific combination this time, because like I said, it's been different every time I've been in here. There is traps in this room. If you stay off the square tiles, you will be safe from the traps. But arc being arc, this room makes you rubber band like crazy. And since I have a pyromane, I don't really care about the traps. So I just run around till I get the combination and I keep killing the enemies in between. I finally hit the correct combination and the door opened up to 2 new doors. I hit the button and I take a left. Then I follow my right hand side wall all the way till I come across an open room with a torch against the wall. I put a rally point against this wall because we're gonna have to run through an insane maze to make a door open up at the other side of this wall on the left. Once I put my marker, I turn around and follow my right hand side wall again until I see a wall with a skeleton half over it. This is where my pyromane comes in and I jump over the wall with the pyromane. If you park your pyromane a little left sideways, make it small, you will go over the wall. Take a right and kill all the enemies in here. Pay attention to the lightning in this room, because after this we will be searching for another smaller room with lightning just like this. The Artros wrecked my gear, so I equipped new gear, and from here we're gonna look for the room with exact lightning like this one. Put your back towards the lightning and follow the furthest left until you reach a pillar. So we put our back against the lightning and we take a furthest left until we reach a pillar. At this pillar we take a right. Stay on the left hand side and you will reach the smaller room with lightning. Again, do the pyro jump to the other side of the wall. This is where the race begins. Once we've hit these buttons, we gotta run like crazy. If you're following this video while in the cave, I recommend watching it like 5 times before you try it. We press 2 buttons and run to the door we hear opening up. We go through and go left and press another 2 buttons and run to the next door we hear opening up. From here you go straight until it opens up a little to 2 torches. We follow the torches and go follow the right hand side wall. till we see a new torch. Go in there, and from there we go straight until we see a door. We gotta press the button and go through. Once we are through, we press another 2 buttons and go through again. Then we sprint to the rally point we placed. We make the pyro big, jump the wall, and go through the second right. That's the door that has opened up. You gotta be really fast doing this, hence the recommendation to watch it a couple times before you try it. We made the race against the clock, so we continue our path and we will reach our first artifact. We jump down in here. If you do it a little careful, you won't lose that much health. But we also have Med Bruce, right? And there we see the artifact of the clever. But watch out, there's a couple jumps you gotta make. There we go, artifact of the clever. 2 more to go. From the clever there's another jump, some spikes, and as always, watch out for the square tiles. A door will open up for us and we reach the Sacrifical room. This is where our dodo comes in. So we grab our dodo, we toss him into the fire pit, and we go through the left hand side door opening up. In here we run all the way to the other side. Look at where I jump. This is the door we are gonna open up. Right below me right here. So we jump. Behind the fallen structures is a button. So we press that one and the floor door behind us will open up. We jump into the water and we follow the lights. Watch out for the spikes. We gotta make a couple jumps. Over here we also gotta make a couple jumps. And here are the square tiles again. And we hit a couple, so we gotta kill the enemies. One of the reasons I've met Bruce is for the rabies that the bats give. So keep an eye on your health. We killed the bats and we continue, but in this bit there are a couple more enemies, so I speed it up a little. After all the enemies, we hit a barrier. We gotta press the button on the left hand side, a little behind the bush, and the door will open up to the spirit boss's room. This is where we will get our artifacts. In this room you will find megalosaurs. I always kill those. And in the meantime bosses will spawn. Spirit bears and wolves. The more you kill, the higher level they get. As you can see, I also try to get some dermis of these because they look really cool. This video is made just after Ragnarok launched and the bosses had some issues. Sometimes they didn't spawn, which made you unable to continue. The door to the artifacts or exit will not open up. This is why I always bring a veil wing. If this happens, I dump everything I have on me in the veil wing. Cryo the pyros as well and put it in the veil wing. Put it on companion mode, respawn via my implant and go home. That way I don't have to leave it all behind. Except for the clever artifact that we already got. Oh yeah, I also livestream multiple days per week on Twitch and YouTube. You can find me on this channel or by my tag Gingerella on Twitch. The link can also be found in the description. This time I killed a lot of spirit bosses, but the barriers still wouldn't open. So I waited, and waited, and waited. I ran around, and I waited. Oh, there's another one. A couple more. It took very long. So I waited for about 20 minutes and I cut that part out. For eventually to get the pop-up The spirits have calmed. The barrier opened up and we grabbed the 2 artifacts, Devious and Massive. There's also a red crate up top. So we flame leap to the crate and we grab it. I'm also quickly hiding my global chat again because a discussion arose from a tribe that waited an hour at the maze door for me to open it so they could grab the clever artifact. Official PVE can be very nice. We grabbed the crate and we gotta jump down from this because you can't exit from the other side. I'll show it real quick. Maybe you can open it on the bottom, but we have the pyromane, so we just flame leaped up. Now that we have it all, it's time to run to the exit. From the artifacts, the exit is on your right hand side. We jump into the water and leave the cave by the sewers. This is a very straightforward route, so I won't have to explain much here. Now, this cave is called Labyrinth for a reason. I want to thank my alliance for showing me this route live on stream, that I afterwards rewatched about 10 times to make sure I could run it solo, to then record it again and make a tutorial out of it. I know it is a lot to take in, but I tried my absolute best to make it as easy to follow as I could. But trust me, I still get lost in the maze sometimes. So take your time and rewatch this video as many times as you need, especially the maze part. I do still have to record the Skylord in here, but I record everything on official, and the only time this cave goes smoothly is after a server restart. Sometimes the bosses won't spawn after someone has done it, or doors show invisible while they're actually there. Now this is recorded right after Ragnarok is launched, so I hope by the time you see this all these issues will be fixed. I hope this video was helpful, and a like or a comment is much appreciated, because I'm very happy I got this one done. Thank you for watching and good luck on your own run to get all the artifacts.